techniques. It's important to challenge our thinking on problem solving because we do it so much, and yet sometimes we do it so ineffectively and inefficiently. The challenge here is to ask you, what do you think is better, Six Sigma versus the 7 basic quality tools? Dr. Ishikawa stated that 95% of all of our business problems can be resolved with the use of the 7 basic quality tools. Do you think that's true? I mean, that's an important question to ask, because if 95% of our problems can be resolved with these 7 simple tools, why are we doing things such as Six Sigma? It's a very interesting point. Now, Dr. Shigeo Shingo of the Toyota production system, he also oftentimes stated Americans tend to overcomplicate things. Is this another case, an example of how we're overcomplicating the problem-solving problem? I think it's something that we should think about. The Toyota production system does not use Six Sigma, and yet we all know of their success. Now, what are the 7 basic quality tools? Well, they are just that. They're very basic. They're listed over here. You first have a scatter plot, and a scatter plot lists out the relationship between cause and effect. And if there's a strong relationship, if there's a linear relationship, we know that there's an effect between the two. A histogram will lay out data in the order in which it comes in. So overall, you see some level of variation. And variation is important to decrease. So a histogram is very important when we're isolating and determining variation and trying to reduce the amount of variation. A Pareto chart will take that data and organize it and categorize it from most to least in terms of dollars or units or whatever it might be. So it provides some focus on the areas that we should be working on. A flow chart, well, everyone's familiar with a flow chart. A flow chart lays out the flow of your process. Today, in Lean, we call that value stream maps. Another important tool. Check sheets are also one of the 7 tools. Check sheets to collect data, to find out where the problems are, where the issues are. A check sheet is oftentimes one of the lower level mistake-proofing techniques that we use in Lean. Cause and effect diagram is simply that. Sometimes it's also known as the fishbone diagram or the Ishikawa diagram, named after Dr. Ishikawa, in which we put the effect out here and we list all the different potential causes. This oftentimes is used as a first step in doing root cause analysis, where we focus in on some of these higher level causes and then drill down deeper and deeper. Root cause analysis, by the way, is an extremely important tool, one that the Toyota production system and people have used many times. Run and control charts is to look at the overall process with regard to time, collecting data, plotting data, looking for runs and looking for trends over a period of time. Eventually, a run chart can be turned into a control chart by calculating control limits and predicting when the process will be out of control. Now, those are the 7 basic quality tools. I would say that a group of people can be taught the 7 basic quality tools in about 16 hours or 2 days of training. A typical black belt will go through at least 160 hours of training. So the question that I challenge you with, is it best to train one black belt in 160 hours of training, or is it best to train 10 people in the 7 basic quality tools, essentially 160 hours of training, and give them the environment to help them prove the overall processes? I would challenge you to think about that. What is best for your organization? True Kaizen, continuous improvement, is about getting all the people involved, not specialists with certain colored belts. A person that I once talked to, who ran the black belt organization within a large organization, once trained or said he trained or had trained 800 black belts within the organization. I asked him, what percentage of those 800 are truly using Six Sigma in their work life? And he said about 5%. That's 40. And I said, of the 40, what percentage of the material that they learned do they actually use? And he said, about 5%. That's 2. Essentially, 2 people are using everything that they learned out of 800. That's very wasteful. I think it's important for us to face up to that and look within our organizations and see if what we are training our people is truly wasteful, is truly effective, and is truly efficient. So the question once again is, would you be more effective and efficient by training 10 people in the 7 basic quality tools, in which Dr. Ishikawa said 95% of your problems can be resolved? Or is it best to train 1 black belt? Think about that. Challenge yourself, challenge your organization. Thank you.